Alright, and welcome to day 5 of our 30 days HTML coding challenge. And in today's lesson, we're going to talk about HTML lists. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new file because I would like us to maintain this. I'll click here, I'll call it list.html. Okay, and we're going to learn about HTML lists. I'll close this one and then open this. Okay, so that we have the list right here. First of all, what is HTML list? HTML list is used to group related items together, right, in a structured way. So it is not something that, for instance, you want to have a list of names of food like rice, uh, beans, yam. So you want them to be in vertical arrangement. We can put this inside an element, wrap them up with a tag, maybe h2 tag. So for you to break this into a vertical arrangement, you can use your line break. Okay, and then you put another one here. You see, this is your list arrangement, but this is not the right way to display things correctly. Your browser will interpret this not as a list, it is interpreting it as H2 elements, as a heading 2 element. Now, why this is not so good, some people use screen readers, and there are some other web technologies that help the disabled people. They will not, that those technologies will not be able to interpret these elements to mean a list, and therefore the disabled ones will not be able to use it to understand what you have on your page. Now, for us to display our items in a more better structured way, that is where list comes in. And we have three types of list. We have three types of lists. The first one is ordered lists. The ordered lists start with OL for ordered. So the element is OL, open and close tag, ordered lists. And then in between, if we start writing items like gifts, cake, you see, it is still showing horizontally instead of vertical. So what you need to do is you use your LI, which stands for lists, and then you fix it. Now, because this is ordered list, it automatically numbers our items from number 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So if we have multiple items, it will just number them accordingly. That is what ordered list does. Now, the second type of list that we have is unordered lists. Unordered lists start with UL for the unordered, and you still add your list item. You see, the unordered list comes with a bullet point instead of numbers, and you have the ability to change the bullet point to any other type that you want. So if we have multiple unordered list item, the default listing is this black dot, but you can change it to any other item that's, I mean, any other bullet point that you want, but we're not going to look at that. Now, the third type of list item that we have is called the descriptive or the description lists. Call it the description lists. The description list starts with DL, DL for description. Okay, so after the DL, you have the DT. The DT is now, let's have something like HTML. After the DT, we have DTD, and inside the DD, we now describe HTML, which is hypertext markup language. Okay, so this is what descriptive lists looks like. So it gives you a term and you can describe it briefly here. Now you can have multiple description data, then you go ahead and put another description term, maybe CSS, and then you describe it again. All right, so this is it. These are three types of lists that we have in HTML. Ordered list that gives you numbering, unordered list that comes with bullet points, and description list that allows you to give a term and then you describe it. So let's go back to this our main page, and quickly under the services we're going to do something very fast. So in this description we're going to just reduce it to just a single line like this. Okay, and then the next thing that we'll do is to use description list down here. So we're going to say description lists. Inside we have the term, and we're going to call it HTML5, and the DD we're going to call it hypertext markup language. Okay, and the next we'll have DT again, CSS, DD, and we call this cascading style sheet. And I think that will be all for now. So like this, in our services includes a brief description of our services, and we offer HTML training, CSS training, and you can add all of that, just as many as you want. So this is just a demo example, and remember we're going to be putting things together until it makes sense. All right, I want you to go ahead and then practice about HTML lists, try to create things with it, and see you guys in day 6. This will be the end of day 5, so in day 6 we'll continue with another topic.